thinking about like the mental block, thinking about more about that. So I'm the type of person, I push myself to do things that I'm afraid of. And so like, okay, I've taught courses that had 100 students. And I am speaking extemporaneously. I have my lesson plans there and I guide you through for an hour and 20 minutes or however long the class is. So I know how to do that. And so, like when we have a meeting or something, and there's a question you need to ask, I stand up and do that, stand up to ask a question or whatever. So I'm pretty decent and I'm a 10 in certain settings. I'm trying to put out, like I was writing notes to myself, like, well, what speaking do you want to do, like work on? And from the top of my head, I don't think I have done a keynote, certainly haven't done a lot if I have, or leading a training workshop. I like the things that you said, like get up at a lunch and have to tell a story. Things like that, those are things that I don't normally do. And so they push me. I want to get practice with doing those things, because if I get practice doing those things that I'm not normally accustomed to doing, as well as doing the things that I am accustomed to doing well, I would feel a lot better. So that's what I'm just thinking, because I know critique, people say, oh, well, you already know how to speak. Well, I have different goals of what I'm trying to accomplish here. And even the example that you literally gave about church, like that is something I just volunteered to be like a monthly teacher for like our introductory, when you join a church or whatever, they have different sessions. And I actually literally just volunteered a week ago to be one of those leaders.
Yeah, that's cool.
And this is an example of me like kind of like pushing myself too. But I'm just curious about the mental block. Could you say more about that? Because in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, so I can think of an instance where, like at work, you stand up, make a comment, give your opinion, like even 2 days ago, right? That's fine. But I remember like at a church setting, like a workshop or something, I stood up and said something, but I was a little nervous. Still made sense, great, round of applause, but I was nervous. So why am I nervous in that setting, but not nervous in this other setting? It's the same exact thing. So is that a part of the mental block too? That's what I'm trying to figure out with my nerve situation.
Before you get the answer, to piggyback on top of what Robin said, I feel the same mental block when I'm on my team. And I can speak before, and I have from high school in front of 2,000 people, and I've done seminars on things that I'm interested in. But when it comes to our team meetings and for me to speak, for me it's more intimidating. Because I'm the only person on the team that does not have a college degree, and 65 letters after my name, and I mean really. And so but I've done more things in my life than more than half of the team, and I've been more places, and I've met more people that they are never going to meet, money-wise, without money, anything. How do I get out of my head that mental block also, that when it's time for me to speak up, I don't speak up when I'm in there and I want to speak up?
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, having the belief that everything that comes from my mouth is gold, but also having the real world knowledge that I'm doing a great job. I am competent. I'm not just confident. I am competent. So when you have that belief, it's like you have a public speaking black belt. You just know. You just know. So it's one. Everybody say you can't read about push-ups.
About push-ups.
You might come to an event like this, and even though I gave you the answer, don't confuse splashing for swimming. They're not the same.
Let me write that down.
You might watch a YouTube video and say, wow, look at that. The way they did that. That looks easy. That doesn't mean you could just do it.
Right.
If it was that easy, then we wouldn't need mentors and coaches. We would just do it. So would you agree that if someone is a mentor in the art of public speaking and you're trying to acquire that skill, do you think that we could reach your goal of becoming a level 10 speaker or a paid speaker a lot faster if you and I work a little closer together?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. You're gonna get there faster with the mentor. And part of what we do as well is we co-author the things that we want to work on. That's the cool thing about my program. Is close the door real quick. So we make it very nimble. So close it all the way. Yeah, thank you. There may be some things that you want to cover, and I'm gonna give you some stuff. I always got stuff. I always got tons. Again, I got content for ever without prep. So I always got tons of stuff that we could do. But you may be like, hey, I saw this speaker do this, or this speaker was talking about that. Can we co-author something together in this class? Can we create a magical session together? The answer is yes. So I give you guys that freedom to, what do you want to learn? What? It's not just Q&A. It's like, let's do it. And I'm going to coach you while you're doing it. I'm going to give you feedback on you. Everybody's most favorite topic is themselves. I'm going to give you that feedback in real time, just like you're learning a skill. Sports, could be a martial art, could be dancing, they're giving you feedback in real time. Say, no, you got to pivot like this. Okay, watch. No, you're leaning too much. Like, I didn't know I was leaning too much. Yeah, you're leaning. So a professional trained eye is giving you that feedback on yourself. And turn to your neighbor, say feedback.
Feedback
Is the breakfast of champions.
is the breakfast of champions.
You want to get a lot of feedback loops on yourself. But again, we co-author together the things that you want to work on. And there's things that maybe you're not aware of. You have blind spots in the world of public speaking. Meaning, for someone like you, hey, I'm a professor already. Okay, great. So we can go from, what's the opposite? The enemy of good. The enemy of good is great. So we can go from good to great. So